welcome to today's video. I am going to try again with this palette. I have a video uploaded already trying this one as well as the Cinderella one, but I wanted to do a stand-up. I kind of dipped in both of these palettes for that video, but I want to do a look just using this, and I'm going to use it with an eye primer that I know that I use frequent. I know how this primer works on my skin, on my eyes, so I'm going to attempt this look. I will have the other look as well as the unboxing of these in the description box below. And these palettes were $7.99, and aesthetically they're beautiful. Packaging 10 out of 10. So let's see if we can make something happen. For my eye primer, I'm actually going to use two different ones. Both of these I like. The Ace Beauty in light and the Sigma eye primer in, this one just happens to be in shade Sorbet. You can use these on their own as shadow sticks. This one has a little shimmer to it, but because I'm going to be using darker colors, I think it will disguise this a little bit. So let's set the eyes, or this one anyway. I need to set that one with a powder, and I don't have a powder light enough in this palette, so I'm just going to pull out some translucent powder and pop over top of this. And I know some people don't set their primer. I do. I'm just using my same concealer brush, or brush that I applied all of this with. Okay, that feels pretty smooth. Because my eyes are creepy and they're gonna skip, so I like to have a powder on there. Makes my job a little easier. All right, so let's see what we got with this bad boy. I think I am going to start out with be prepared, if I can talk, which is this shade. So I'm going to go in with this shade, and then I'm going to go in with this shade. Maybe deepen it with this. And the shimmer, I'll figure that out in a minute. Okay. So let's start out. So I will do both eyes on camera just because I got the two different eye primers, you know, and I want you guys to be able to see. I know that the first time I used this palette, I was talking about how glad the pan sizes were so big because I was having to dip in multiple times. That doesn't seem to be the case today. And this shade I did use in my original try-on video. I didn't use it as the first shade, which was a very, very significantly lighter color that took a lot to build up. Okay, I'm not mad with that at all. All right, now let's get another brush and go into that shade Pretty Evil, which is this one. I went through and organized all of my brushes. I had so many brushes on my area that it was becoming overwhelming because I'm not using them all. So I picked out some of my tried and true favorites, and I'll rotate them out, which is what I usually do, but I just hadn't done it in a while. That color laid pretty good. Put a little bit more of the here. Now, I think I do want to go into that Wicked shade. Whoops. If I don't tear it to pieces. This shade, which is not black, but more of a gray. So let's give this a whirl. These shadows have been blending well with one another. Oh, good on that. I just remember not being impressed the first time I tried these. I'm going to go in with that first shade, mix it with the second shade, and kind of blend this black a little bit. Or take it away. That's okay too. All right, let's play with some shimmers. So I think I'm going to go into, I think the brown. I think I'm going to go in with, I use the burgundy. Oh. Let's go in with Revenge is Sweet, which is a very light green, very pretty. And I'm going to use my brush first, and then if I need to, I can go back with my finger and see which is a better application. Okay, well, it's not with the brush. So I'm going to put some on my finger. I'm actually going to spray my finger, you know, hoping. And this is MAC Fix Plus. That just took off. Of course, you know, I did do it with my finger wet. Let me go in with a clean, dry finger. I'm not even getting hardly any payoff. So, all right. Well, that was a bust. Now, let's go with Over It, which is, ironically, this shade. So, let's see if we can do something with that. And I am loading this brush up. This seems to be picking up good, but let's see. Okay, this has some payoff, guys. Really does. Okay, that shade I like. Now, let's go in with this shade right here, which is Don't Blame Us. Actually, let's go in with this darker shade called So Much Sass. So I'm going to go in with this one. Oh, clothes are ready. This one on the outer edge and this one in between the two. And let's see what we can come up with. So, digging into this brown. So much sass. I realize that this is not going to be a look that I would wear out. Probably. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet fully. But I want to try as many as I can. Especially because I'm not impressed with the first one. Okay. That one I'm not upset with. So now we're going to go into that shade Don't Blame Us. Or do I want to go in with More Power, Please? They feel extremely chalky. These are two of them. They swatch really good. Let's go in with this one. We'll go in with that darker one. The heck with it. We're experimenting. Alright. And I want to see how it builds and lays. And that's kind of what I was looking for. I mean, a lot's coming off of the brush. And yes, I know my last video, I had this color in too. I am not mad at all. Now, I am going to take that matte shade right here and go over the brown shimmer. Just to kind of hopefully make it a little bit more depth. Alright, I'm not disappointed with this at all. So, as for the eye primer comparison between the Sigma and the Ace Beauty, obviously the Sigma is the easiest to use. I mean, you just swipe it on. You could blend it out with your finger. You know, I just happened to use a brush that I had already out to kind of blend it up a little bit. The Ace Beauty, it performs well. They both perform well. But if I had to put them, given the choice between the two, I would choose the Sigma. just because it's easy. It is a standalone one and done if need be. I don't think either eye is lacking pigmentation from the primers, so I can't say that one has better than the other, you know, because I didn't have an issue with either one. So, alrighty, this is what I came up with using the Villians palette. It is absolutely not a favorite. As I said in the previous video using this, that this is, you know, this would be perfect for a Disney collector, a kid trying out in makeup. You know, this will definitely give them some practice to use, that is for sure. But I'm satisfied with the look that I achieved. There's a couple more shimmers in here that I didn't get a chance to really play with, which are these bottom two. They're very just I know that they're the colors of the Disney villains. The Cruella de Vil, the Wicked, what's her name? The bad lady in Snow White, Ursula, and Maleficent. So, definitely I agree that, you know, this is a color story for them. It's just not something that I think that I will be reaching for. There's not any really special colors per se, with the exception of these teal tones. Now, there's, you know, a lot of these between this one and the Cinderella. So, yeah, if I need that, I'll pull it right from here. But this is the completed look using this palette. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you picked this palette up, do you have it? Or do you have any of the palettes from this brand? Alright guys, as always, be beautiful, be kind, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.